to look at the Glycemic Index. I will explain what this is and why it is important for you to understand what it does. We will then look at foods that score low on the GI and how this will help both with diabetes and with weight management. Today I'm cooking some wholemeal flatbreads with eggs and beans. I hope you enjoy the session. Please let me know.
So what is the glycemic index? It is a rating system for the carbohydrates in food. It helps us to understand how the foods we eat are broken down and the impact they have on our blood sugar levels. Foods that are broken down quickly have a high GI score, while foods that have a low GI score take a longer time to be broken down. This graph shows this. So why is this all important? Well, the reason is this. If your blood sugar levels remain stable, then your energy levels remain stable, and you have this sense of satiety, or the feeling of fullness and not of hunger. It means that you'll feel fuller for longer. A balanced plate of food with fats, proteins, and complex carbohydrates should stop the temptation for snacking and so can help with weight management. So this is important for anyone who wants to lose some weight, people who have diabetes, or for children to help them feel full for longer. Foods such as cakes, potatoes and white bread, shown here in red, have a high GI score, and low GI foods such as fish, lettuce and apples have a low GI score and are shown in green. I'm sure that you can see foods such as sweet corn, which appear in red, and cheese appears in green. So the index doesn't necessarily tell us how healthy a food is, and so this index should not be used in isolation. As a general rule, the less refined a carbohydrate or sugar is, the lower the food's GI. Do be aware of some of the exceptions though. As you can see here, watermelon has a high score of 72, and ice cream falls into the medium category as it only scores 61. Let's look at this example. Here we have a Mars bar versus a watermelon. One Mars bar has an index score on the GI scale of 62 and watermelon 80. But when we consider how much are usually eaten in one go, you can see that realistically the watermelon will come out lower. So don't just rely on the GI index to tell you what is healthy or not. Perhaps a simpler way to look at all of this is to split carbohydrate foods into simple and complex. Complex carbohydrates are whole grains, pulses, and fruits with their skins on. These can be incorporated into a healthy diet. On the other hand, simple carbohydrates should be limited as they tend to be full of refined sugars. You should also remember that depending on how the foods are cooked and what they are served with can have an impact on your blood sugar levels and therefore your energy levels. So for today, I'm going to make a yogurt whole wheat flatbread with poached egg and beans. As I'm sure you've guessed, this whole plate of food comes out with a low GI score. Let's now turn our attention to today's weight management focus. If you can use some of the learnings from today's session about slow-release foods, then that will really help you with today's suggestion. Time-restricted eating or intermittent fasting is an idea that I'm going to introduce to you today, but we'll talk about in more detail next week. The basic idea here is to only eat for a set number of hours each day, and then the rest of the time allow your body to use up its existing reserves and to fast. So to start off, I suggest you choose a 12-hour period when you will eat and drink and a 12-hour period when you will fast. It is entirely up to you which hours you choose, 7 to 7 or 8 to 8 for example. This is the best way to start and to see how you go for a week. Before embarking on any change to your regular eating patterns, if you have diabetes or an underlying health condition, please be aware of these points and do consult your doctor if you are at all concerned.
I hope you've enjoyed today's session. If you have any questions, please post them to the WhatsApp group or ask Hajir. Until next time, look after yourselves, keep safe, and goodbye.